Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is SewRena, and in today's video I want to share some projects that I've made offline, kind of like a show and tell. I've been struggling with making decisions creatively because for the first time in my life, I feel like I have so many good options that I want to do everything at once, and it's making it to where I can't do anything at all. Um, I have been spoiling myself with Stephanie Canada's fabric drops because she just has so much beautiful fabric. So this is the first time I've had access to so much quality, pretty fabrics. And so now that I have access to all these fabrics, now I'm capable of making all of these patterns that I've been collecting over the years. And it's kind of like bottlenecked. Like it's to the point where before I would only find one really cool fabric and be like, okay, finally I can make this project that I've been holding on to for years. Then she gets this estate sale, and now I have tons of fabric, which means all of these projects, like I have suits that I bought years and years and years ago, like pattern wise, that finally I can make almost all of them, and I don't know where to start, and it's hard to start. So I've been doing other things to kind of get me through. So I want to share. First up, this dress that I've been holding on. This pattern was one of my very first vintage patterns, and I'm going to put the pattern up, but I made this stand collar dress. I love this pattern so much, and I've been waiting for the perfect fabric to make it, and I finally made it out of a coral glitter fabric. I did this offline, off screen, because I was hoping that just making one dress that I've had for a very long time, almost 5 years I think I had this pattern, I would be able to start doing more. But really it was like I made the dress, got super excited, and was like, great, now I have 60 other things and I don't know which one I should cut into next. I love the way it wears, I love the way that it looks, and it's everything that I imagined it would be when I first got the pattern. And I'm glad that I waited until I found the fabric that I wanted to go with it, and also I had the skill set to like make it and it be perfect on the first try. Up next, I have a dress that I made for my daughter. She made her first best friend over the summer, and they had a tea party, and she requested that I made her a dress, and she wanted it to have roses on there. She basically picked everything. I basically showed her where all of the children's patterns were in my collection, and I gave her full access to all of my trims and fabrics, and so I stayed out of the process. She designed and I sewed, and this is the dress she came up with. Super proud of her, really excited that I had the opportunity to do it. Another project that I was able to film, although it was this one was really rushed. It was the Western outfit, which you guys saw the video for that. That was unplanned. So at the time of making the Western outfit, I was actually also making that coral dress as well as my daughter's tea party dress. 3 dresses in 1 week, or 3 outfits in 1 week, caused the biggest mess in my sewing room. And there was actually a 4th outfit that I had started before any of this. So yeah, I had 4 projects open. My room was a complete disaster, and I only just completed all 4 of those projects. So right now I technically should be cleaning up my sewing room, and maybe when I do that I will get inspiration. But since I brought up that 4th project, let me show you that dress now. It is the L'Amour dress skirt paired with the Lana bodice, and then I did like the artificial floral technique for the bust because I really love those floral busts. I've made one already before, I think last year, and then I saw this beautiful very thin, almost like a lawn fabric that was on sale 70% off, and I was like, I need to make another. I have enough to either make 2 cabana sets, or maybe I can like squeeze in a bolero. I'm not sure, but I love this dress. Had plans to wear it, but the plans kind of fell through, so maybe that's part of my funk too. So there's that. One of the biggest time-consuming projects that I've been working on for the past month. Patio's this close to being done. We really needed a lawn this summer to put on the area that was very rocky. I'll try and throw some photos up. This was like a tripping hazard. So we tried to just put pavers down, but like people were still tripping even though there were pavers, because like even me knowing the pavers were there, sometimes we weren't like directly stepping on those stones. So it was a tripping hazard. I wanted to get rid of it. We have 2 small children, and then on top of just us tripping, then people who service providers and stuff like that would trip, and that's a hazard. I don't want anyone to get hurt on my property. So I decided to dig it out. Then I was like, okay, I want to put a lawn there. And I couldn't, it's such a small space that I could not get anyone to deliver sod for that area. And so I came up with like an alternative. My original idea was to basically do big concrete circles, but that was going to be really expensive to hire a mason to do all of that work. So then I was like, what if I reverse my idea and do grass circles with like pebbles around it or whatever. So I have a tutorial, or not necessarily a tutorial, but I want to share the process. I shared it with my patrons, and I kind of want to share it with you guys too. I didn't know what I was doing, making it up as I go, and I'm still hoping that it turns out. It's been raining every day for the last 2 weeks, so I'm hoping that I can like get the grass growing the way I want it to. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and now I'm going to roll the clip. Let's talk about what sparked this project. This area has always been a mess, but we were able to kind of polish it up a bit by adding some plants to kind of take away from how bad it was. We had to clear away a lot of our plants when the retaining wall was rebuilt and fixed. So once it was cleared away, I took the opportunity to pick up as many of the rocks as I could. This area is full of rocks and people were constantly tripping and falling. I tried my best to level out the area and then fill some of the big holes with topsoil. I tried with no success to find someone who could lay sod for us in this area, so I decided to take matters in my own hand as usual and make this an artsy project. I put weed fabric down, and now I am marking off circles, and these areas is where I want to plant grass, and everywhere that is not circled, I'm going to put some pea gravel down. I make small garden beds by using a flexible garden bed liner, and this will help the grass from spreading into the places I don't want it to be. Good morning. We are at Home Depot waiting for our topsoil delivery. This is the third time that I'm picking up topsoil this week. Hopefully the last time, because now I'm just, doing the finishing touches. So yeah, Mr. SewRena ordered like 10 bags yesterday, and so now I'm waiting for them to fill the trunk, and then we can head home and start to empty it all out before I have to go pick up my oldest from summer camp. So with the topsoil, I filled in all the circles, and now I'm going in with an old strainer and I'm sprinkling my grass seeds on those circles. I didn't want to spend money on a small spreader, so this felt like a very quick and easy solution. Also, I was in a hurry to spread these seeds because it was about to rain. I wish I could have filmed more of the process of me preparing the area for the grass seeds, but it was about 90 degrees outside when I was doing this. It was extremely hot and I couldn't have my phone outside during the process, so I was basically carrying around my patio umbrella, so that way I wasn't working in direct sunlight and I could have at least a little bit of shade, but it was extremely hot. This was very much an experiment on my part. I really wanted to close up this area, or at least get it to a space where I could say it's complete or decent looking, because once the retaining wall was fixed and the breeze block was up, it was looking pretty bad. And I really wanted to do something about it, even though I couldn't get access to anyone who could lay sod. I figured small patches of grass seed would grow better than me trying to do the whole area. You don't know how happy we all were for this to even be covered with the weed tarp, because before our shoes were always super muddy. We were always tripping and falling. This is the first time we've been able to walk across this area and no one trip and fall. And that includes like contractors, our pest control people. This was just an accident waiting to happen. We probably moved like 20 wheelbarrows full of rocks across the entire summer, and we never actually got to the bottom of it. There's still more rocks under there. We just tried to get it as flat as possible because this was such a backbreaking task. So now, after spreading the seeds, I'm just watering everything. I did cut a hole in the weed fabric where I put the grass circles, because apparently grass needs at least like 6 to 9 inches for their roots. So yeah, unfortunately those areas will be susceptible to the weeds, but I mean, I feel like that's pretty bearable. Plus they'll have a lot of competition once the grass truly grows in. I will say originally what I wanted for this area was for the whole thing to be grass, and then we'd have circle stepping stones, pavers to the grill. But unfortunately, I just didn't have in the budget to hire the masons again to do all of that like cement work. So I was like, let's just do it the opposite in a way that I could do it myself. So now it's time to go get some pea gravel from the home improvement store. At this point in the project, I'm thinking of all the amazing things that could have been done in like the dead space of the grass circles. All of which I definitely could not afford. We were thinking about how cool it would be to have like terrazzo looking mosaics in between there. Mr. SewRena was like, when the kids are older and out of the house, we can always switch it up and change it. And I'm so game for that because I think it would be really, really cool. So here comes my shadow to help me spread the pea gravel, and basically I just want everything to end up being leveled. The bed liner is about 1.5 inches deep, so I'm going to pour the gravel to where it meets the top of the bed liner, and so when the grass grows in, we'll be able to cut everything and make it to where they all like meet and it's one level walking surface. And I think the bright green color will really pull everything together. The pea gravel matches the tile that's on, or the brick on the other side of the patio where the seating is. And we use Bermuda seeds because it gets a lot of sun. It's a full sun area over here. By day 5, we were already starting to get some sprouts, which was really exciting because we weren't really supposed to be getting anything for 14 to 20 days. When Mr. SewRena returned from his business trip, he installed a drain. The previous owners had broken up a part of the brick on the patio to put down a drain pipe, but didn't actually put a drain there, so it was a little bit of a mess, and he really cleaned that up for us. Now that we have grass, I'm really just trying to maintain the health of those seedlings so that way they can really mature. They started to turn brown, so I added some fertilizer. This is what it looked like before the fertilizer, and then this is what it looks like now. Thank you guys so much for going the extra mile and supporting me and following along with my shenanigans. Thanks for watching this video, leave me comments below. I truly appreciate you being here. Again, please enjoy, leave me comments. I look forward to reading them and communicating with you guys, and I will see you in the next one.